the good. We have to start with the 5 elephants in the room, the new heroes. Overall, with the exception of one that I'll touch on later, I think they kinda hit it out of the park with all 5 of them. Visually, I like almost all of them, and gameplay-wise, none of these characters were a disaster. The hero team has not had a bad egg in like 17 months, which is probably the longest streak in the game's history. Not one of the characters is the level of Mauga, Ram, or Hazard, where the game just becomes miserable to play for months at a time. My most played so far is Emery, and the feel of this character is just fantastic. His gun is so crisp and satisfying, and playing him reminds me a lot of when I used to play Destiny, a game that I have a lot of time in. Also, it does help that he is probably one of the best DPS in the game right now. Onron is kind of an enigma for me. I played a few games of her and had fun, but ultimately I felt like I could achieve better results with much less effort on Tracer or Genji, so I didn't play too much of her. I'm not sure if this hero is terrible, but in most of the games with her in it, she's usually a non-factor. I will say Onron is the type of character I prefer for the game. I think more high skill characters add to the gameplay experience, whilst the Venture, Ram, or Lifeweaver type can take away. Let's shift our gears and talk about the 2 new supports. I generally don't play support, but Jetpack Cat, she's alright with me. She is nowhere near as overpowered as people said she was. I think with a competent hit scan, you can easily take care of her. But when you're duoed with the cat and trying to make a play, it's some of the most unadulterated fun you can have on Overwatch.
Get his ass, yo.
Wait, get
kill the cat, kill the cat.
Yeah.
Cat's one.
Yo, Aiden, what's his hell?
Cat is one.
No, he's not, bro. She is a little gimmicky, but I am more than satisfied with her state in the game right now. Okay, Mizuki. Gameplay-wise, he's fine. He's not my cup of tea, but I appreciate how he isn't a support you can get value with just by turning your brain off. I'll get to his design and personality when I get to my critiques. Last, but certainly not least, is Domina. I was really happy to see another brown person in this game, and I think her personality is just fun. I was surprised when I first played her because her gun takes so much more aim skill than pretty much every tank we've gotten in AO2. I'm so glad this wasn't a block slop hero, thank God. I was worried when I saw 5 characters dropping at once, because in the past, launching one character blew up the game with bugs or the balance got blown up, but they did good. These new characters surpassed all of my expectations, and none of them muddy or ruin the game. And in fact, I would say all of them add to Overwatch. I'm really excited for the other 5 heroes coming this year. The last big positive for me this season was the Talon v Overwatch event. Just before this season started, I was thinking to myself, it'd be cool if this game had an event where you picked a team, like the hero votes from Deadlock, and they did one. Events like this make the game feel more alive, so I hope they keep doing more of them. Oh, and one last good thing I want to mention is the loot box refresh. I am glad they did that because I was getting sick of the old loot boxes. And I also am a fan of the LCS loot boxes they're doing. It's a good way to get people into the esport, and it's a good way to repurpose old content. The bad. Let's talk about Mizuki. Look, I'm not gonna sit here and say he's the worst to ever do it, but his voice lines and demeanor and design are completely uninteresting. The first few days he was out, I kept forgetting his name, and he just looked like one of those I added my own OC, is it noticeable videos. He just feels like a Valorant e-boy. So many of his voice lines just make you cringe or roll your eyes.
I feel a little bad. We're about to ruin their day.
Shut the fuck up. Why do I have that hero on my team?
And this is not me trying to say that the voice actor is terrible at their job. This is a product of direction and design that was probably done months before the role was cast. I'm not trying to spread hate against the actor. He just feels like the first big miss when it comes to the Overwatch roster. Maybe I'm hating too much, and he could grow on me. He is one of those characters that's fun to laugh at, but not to laugh with, so I guess that is a good thing. However, the biggest negative for me throughout this season has been the new UI. I have been playing this game for almost 10 years, and I feel like a decrepit old man when I am struggling to navigate through the new menus. The old layout just felt so much cleaner and less cluttered compared to the giant bar we have at the top of the screen now. This just feels so much more like a mobile game and just feels cheap. And then when you're at hero select, they divided the heroes among their role passives, and I just think it also looks clunky. I don't think we need them categorized by the passives. I miss the alphabetized version we had. I did not get to play as much of this season as I was hoping to because I had a lot going on in my personal life, so I don't have too much to say about the balance. However, I hope Roadhog gets toned down a little. I don't know who in the back keeps hitting the buff Roadhog button. I am glad the game isn't dominated by Ram, Mauga, or Orisa, and the hero bans help give the players a lot of influence over the game they play. Oh, Genji sucks dick this season. The ugly. I thought there wasn't anything egregiously bad in the game right now. That was until I opened the top 500 ladder. This challenger score system isn't even Mickey Mouse. It's Bugs Bunny Toon Force bullshit. In what world is a Masters player top 50? How are we making a leaderboard that organizes people by skill, and we run away from the best measure of skill in the game? Maybe I'm just an old man yelling at the clouds with this. I don't get the idea behind this at all. The report system in this game is still just like an automated pile of garbage. Everyone knows about Derpy. It's crazy that he's still banned for the reason given by his ticket. One of my viewers had his main banned without it even citing a specific message. I just think there should be more of a penalty ramp up rather than getting permabanned. This new Overwatch Season 1 was a phenomenal season of the game. I think now more than ever is a good time to hop back in and give the game another shot. I am excited for Frankie and the future looks bright. What did you think of this season?
Do something.
Okay. Alright. That's just awesome.